let's get into what you specialize in and like what your approach is, right? Because the main thing when people are seeking like therapy or counseling is more so of a lot of times it's kind of reclaiming their space is the first thing, right?
Yeah.
It's trying to get a hold of knowing themselves, trying to move forward with either grief or different things of that nature, and just getting through stressful situations. And a lot of
Yeah.
times, we have people that they want to talk to their friends and they offload on people that they know. But at the same time, those same people, they can have certain conversations, but they really can't provide adequate advice in a lot of the situations that they're going through. So
Yeah.
so why what is your approach and why should they come to you and really start limit some of those conversations that they're having with peers?
Yeah, I think it's great. It's wonderful to have our support system, to have our friends that we talk to. I'm from California, so I use the word homies. So to have the homies that we talk to and things like that, even our family members. But there's a couple things that make that tricky. One, you can't ensure that whomever you're talking to in your friend group is going to keep your business to themselves, right? Like it may be that they say something to another person, and it may be an offhand comment. It may not be on purpose to like really put your business out there, but they say something, and then it kind of snowballs, and next thing you know, this mental health issue that you had is now compounded because everybody in your family knows about it, or all of your friend groups know about it, and that wasn't the intention. The other thing is our friends, even with them being good hearted and having good nature, they don't necessarily have the training around how to even protect themselves. Like sometimes we burn our friends out because we always offloading and upload on them and telling them all of our problems, and they got their own problems and they don't necessarily know how to create a boundary around that, and so they're thinking about it a lot, and then they eventually start avoiding people. Right? They're like, oh, here goes such and such calling again. I'm not even gonna pick up this phone because they're about to tell me about their problems, and I don't want to do it. And then so the person who's with these problems ends up feeling isolated because their friends and family don't want to talk to them anymore because they're like, it's this perception that they're always complaining. And then the last thing is our friends and family don't necessarily have the techniques. They don't know how, like, how you can help somebody improve their communication skills, how you can help somebody understand their identity. So they don't have all of that stuff. They have good hearts, but they don't necessarily have the training and the techniques to create boundaries and to help with some skill development and mental processing. So it's always good to come to counseling because we're trained in all of those things. We know how to get progress and how to do it very well and very strategic. We're professionals, just like your physician sees what the issue is and they develop a treatment plan and they make prescriptions and they change your lifestyle in certain ways to help with your physical health. As counselors, we do the exact same thing. We have treatment plans, we have goals, objectives, interventions, diagnoses, and we work towards those things so that people can get what they want. So my approach is a little bit more culturally centered because I'm a Black woman, and I believe that being a Black woman is a huge part of my identity. So I bring it into everything that I do. So I talk a lot about identity. I talk a lot about socialization. I talk a lot about how those things intertwine and they create our perceptions, which subsequently it impacts our mental health. So I am a cognitive therapist, so I focus a lot on thoughts and then subsequently behaviors and feelings. And so my approach is to understand how somebody got their thought, like where did this thought even come from, right? And it's some metacognitive work, like thinking about our thoughts is often hard. But once we get in the habit of doing it, then we're able to check ourselves better when we're in situations with like our partners, our children, or at work, and things like that. So my approach is a lot about thoughts, and it's a lot about culture, and it's a lot about identity. All three of those things and how they connect to create this triangle of mental health, strong positive mental health, or maybe even mental illness.